Greetings everyone, it's your average movie viewer here. I'm here today to talk about Star Wars, one of my favourite film franchises of all time. I grew up with Star Wars when I was 4 years old. I'm only 25, I didn't get to go see the original trilogy in cinemas before my time, but my mum was a big fan. She had the movies, she got me to watch them, and of course, I loved them. I grew up with these characters. These are some of the characters I looked up to for years. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia. You know, these characters were great. You know, Darth Vader, one of the best villains ever, and it was a good time. It was a good time growing up with those movies, and of course, being the age I am, my trilogy that I sort of, you know, for my generation, was the prequels. And at first, yes, like, I did not like the prequels. The CGI was pretty bad, like, you could tell they were on green screens all the time. But the one thing that stood out to me in those prequels as I got older is the characters. They felt like characters from Star Wars. They actually felt like they belonged in this universe. And yes, the Phantom Menace. We bag on that one because of the politics that they put into it. But the thing is, these are politics to do with the world of Star Wars. That's how they keep the world running. We got to find out how Sidious rose to power through the prequels. How Darth Vader rose to become Darth Vader. And yes, it wasn't, you know, executed perfectly like the original trilogy was, but all in all, they turned out to be decent movies. They are not the worst movies made. So, this brings us to Disney. The Force Awakens. We all love, a lot of people love The Force Awakens, me included. I did not expect this movie to actually be that good. It was a massive year gap, but I believe 10-year gap between Revenge of the Sith coming out and The Force Awakens. Now, when it comes down to The Force Awakens, the reason why I believe that made so much money is not because it introduced a bunch of, the reason why I believe that this actually, you know, made over $1 billion is because of the actual hardcore Star Wars fans from the beginning, right? Because kids nowadays, they've got their own movies that they want to watch. It's a new generation, so there's going to be new movies. And this just, how else did it make the money? That's my question, because, you know, I'm pretty sure that most of the kids today who went and saw The Force Awakens would have gone to see it with their parents who grew up with the original trilogy. So, it wasn't just the kids saying, I want to go see this movie because it looks like a good movie. A lot of kids would have gone with their parents. So let's continue on here. Now, then we got Rogue One. Rogue One still felt like Star Wars. It still felt like Star Wars. There's no other way I can really put it, but it did feel a little clunky, all that stuff, but we did get one of the best scenes out of all of Star Wars in Rogue One, which is the Darth Vader scene. Everyone knows about this, so basically, alright, let's just get on to the point. Let's just get to The Last Jedi now. When I went to see this in cinemas, I was excited. And of course, my blind fandom got a hold of me. And I wish it didn't. I wish I was able to see this for what it was when it first came out. I walked out of the cinema praising this movie for doing something different. Because when you really think about it, all Star Wars does is follow a formula. It works, but eventually you're gonna get tired of seeing the same shit over and over again. But I was happy at first. Then, after a couple of repeat viewings when I picked up the Blu-ray, I noticed something. There is something put in the forefront of Star Wars now, and it is ruining Star Wars. They are adding identity, politics, and gender politics into these movies. Now, it's alright if you do that. That actually, you know, enhances the story. But the problem is here, These are personal, political, identity, gender issues that that are real life issues, and they're trying to shove it down our throats. We don't want that. If we wanted to go watch politics, I'd go outside in the lounge room, put my TV on, and sit and watch Parliament. Why the hell would I want to watch it in my Star Wars movies? Movies that I love. Why would you want to do that? Now, when it comes down to it, yes, they've got the power. They can do whatever the hell they want. But that doesn't mean we have to like it. And all the criticisms for The Last Jedi started coming out. And then Disney. Well, I don't want to blame Disney itself for this, but Disney does have a big part to play. But Lucasfilm has literally bashed the fans and the people who have criticized this movie for genuine criticisms. They have bashed us. They have called us sexist, misogynistic, bigots, fat basement childs, you know. Look at me. I'm skinny. How am I a fat basement child? I live in Australia. I live in one of the most diverse countries in the world. I don't give a shit about race. You're a human being. If I call you shit, it's not because I think of your race. It's because you are a shit person. And these heads at LucasArts or Lucasfilms, they are shit people. They are causing fans to just ditch Star Wars. I don't want to ditch Star Wars. This is a franchise that I hold dear to my heart. I love these movies. Through the good and the bad. I love these movies for what they do and what they have brought me and for the joy that they have given me throughout my life. And you wanna repay the fans by calling us names. No, this is not happening anymore. And now a Star Wars story coming out. I haven't even seen this yet. I would like to see it, but I don't want to. In a way, it's a really weird catch 2020 here. I don't know if I really want to see it, but I sort of do because it's Star Wars. But the problem is, I don't want to support a company or people who are assholes. I don't want to. They do not care about the fans anymore. All they care about is making their money, pushing their social agendas in front of us, all this SJW bullshit, and it's gotten out of hand. And they don't want to accept what they've done. They question. They honestly question. Why is Solo bombing? It's sitting at a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes, and even before that, it was lower. So, and recently just seen a video that showed a Deadpool 2 review. A Deadpool 2 review in the Solo reviews just to up its base score. Wow. I don't know how to explain what the hell is going on, but if this keeps happening, we're going to see this in nearly every movie that comes out, because if we keep going to see these movies and giving them, if we keep going to see these multiple times, giving them all our money, they're basically going to say, oh, we're doing something right here. Oh, we got to change the way the movie industry works. No. I understand equality. I'm all for equality. We're all equals. We're all human beings. We all bleed the same blood. So, yeah, this has gone on long enough. So, what I would like to do is, I would like you to be able to share this video around if you can. We need to get this out. Disney and Lucasfilm need to know that it's alright to have a dick, but you can't go around shoving it down people's throats every day. You can't. Because you will go to jail. It's obvious. Why are they shoving their dicks down our throats? I'm very pissed off with this. You can probably tell by my voice, I don't usually speak like this on camera. I don't want to show my angry side to people because I am an angry person. I'm a very cynical person. But I honestly I don't know what else to say. This is ridiculous. I mean, why do we care about race in Star Wars? I mean, to me, Han Solo and Luke Skywalker aren't even human beings. They don't live on Earth. To me, they are aliens. Everyone in Star Wars is an alien to me, because there is no such thing as real race. Well, there is race in Star Wars because you've got different, races of aliens. You got your Jedi and all that stuff. So there is race in Star Wars. But the problem is, you are pushing political views upon your fans, and the fans are not liking this. And just because your fans are not liking this, you come out and say, we don't understand what you're doing. No. Well, technically we don't understand why you're doing this, but we understand what you're doing. We know, we're not stupid. Just because we sit and watch movies all day, I mean, bloody hell. I own over like $5,000 worth of movies here. I love movies. I do not want to see some other movies coming out. I do not want to see political views put behind it. It ruins ruins storytelling straight up. Like the plot of The Last Jedi it made no sense half the time. So yeah, I don't know how much more I can go on about this, but Star Wars has got to change. And the only way it's going to change is by the fans speaking out. But there is a problem with that. With the fans speaking out, Disney and Lucasfilm don't want to accept what they've done. They think they've done right. They think they've made the best movie ever. Which makes no sense to me when I look at the scores and I see The Last Jedi at 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, but how? I don't get that. How is that better than Return of the Jedi? And I believe Return of the Jedi is sitting at 85%. Now, I don't trust these numbers anyway by critics because, you can pay off people in Hollywood. You're rich enough to. If you give a critic like $10,000, they're going to give it a good review. So I believe that a lot of people have been bought off for this movie, because if you look and compare the critics' score to the audience score, the audience were upset with this movie. And now, because of that, Solo has bombed. Solo has bombed because of that, and there's no other explanation. And if you keep going the way you're going, now you're telling us you're going to do a Boba Fett movie. Man, at first I thought, a Boba Fett movie? I'd like that. But what are you going to fucking do to that character? What are you going to do? You're going to ruin it for us like you did Han Solo? Like you did bloody Kylo Ren? I believe Kylo Ren was a great villain to start with in The Force Awakens. But now, I don't know. He just seems to be a ploy for Rey. To make her strong because she's a woman. I believe there are strong women. Man, the original trilogy. Leia. She is a strong female protagonist. When they were caught in the cell block, who was the one who got them to escape? Who was the one who came up with the idea to go down the garbage dispenser? Who stepped out in the middle of the thing and took shots at the stormtroopers and risked her life? It was Leia. So, there have been strong female characters. Why the hell are you now doing this to us? And I've only just thought of this. The Force Awakens is actually filled with this quite a bit, but not as abundant. But The Last Jedi just blatantly shoves it down your throat. I don't get it. And then in The Last Jedi you had a subplot about animal rights. When has Star Wars ever cared about animal rights? Han Solo cut a freaking tauntaun open so he could save Luke. What the hell? This is ridiculous. I don't know how much more I can go on about this, but I'm just gonna bring it to an end here. So just to quickly summarize, Star Wars has gone to shit. You have alienated your fans. You have insulted your fans. And you have ruined one of the greatest franchises ever. What's this mean for the future of Star Wars? What does this mean for the future of movies in general? Please leave a comment down below. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. If you like what you see, of course, there will be more videos to come. This is probably going to be my only Star Wars rant unless something else comes up that blows up. Like the first Death Star. If something comes out like that, I'll bring it to you. But other than that, Star Wars has pissed me off. I'm still going to sit down and watch the original trilogy and I'll sit and watch the prequels again before I start watching The Force Awakens and Last Jedi. As much as I did love The Force Awakens, I don't want political agendas behind Star Wars. I don't want political agendas behind movies in general. So, that's it for this video. So, yep, please leave a like, subscribe, and as always, I'm your average movie viewer, and I'll catch you next time.